out with these days. What's a lame to a real one?
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New York Giants. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Jackson. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Giants at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll go to Barkley again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A first down carry for Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We're scoreless after 1. Second and 10. Oh, a design run for their wideout. Fights loose. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal from the 6. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Okay, here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man open. It's Darren Waddle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing, Jones. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Half 18, half 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
He's got it with the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know The great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Why shift the crew? Why shift the crew?
Running again with Barkley on second down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Stafford. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And he missed it. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. There he goes left side. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down and 4.
Go Cyclones! Go Cyclones! Go Cyclones!
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get the... And it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Set.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Murray is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now Jones on 3rd down. That's complete to Slayton. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my panthers. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving, till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back to off the place. Then I head on stage, they be like, see the crowd going air, they be like, so I stepped on stage, they be like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they be like, courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, misbehaviors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they were like, oh yeah.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
Teachers, we selling slavery sentences. My Twitter feed never mention these feeding our children these, but in the mentions what rappers ain't worth a mention. These getting attention for selling ignorant. I believe in black and I can see the rap. And I believe in cap and I agree with cap and I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that. I told what you told. I told what you told.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fubu on the southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I'd evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays, all the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me, pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me, I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot, feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way, Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect the demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like an art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird, let me fly away. Nelly Furtado, bye.
Hey, DJ.
They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. They don't want no problems, don't want no problems. All I know is win, I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems, they don't want no problems. They don't want no problems.
kick it off. Now we tryna score. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I might send him home. Hail Mary, I send him long. Another touchdown, hit the gritty on him. Gotta pull in that camera phone. H-time, throw the city up. I'm finna pick the play off like it's Xavier. When this pressure can't get out the pocket, got the cannon on me. I feel like Brady. Chasing at the Lamborghini. We just barely getting started. Ay, catch a play, I'm like Megatron. You don't know nobody that can guard it. You don't know nobody.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell. What's the one I have if you ain't gon' use? She watch my games and play my music. I'm stuck in the game. I pray on lose. These chains on my neck keep giving me bruise. They don't want these problems 'cause we ain't lose. I'm calling the plays, just gotta keep moving. Only option is win 'cause we ain't lose. Get a name in the game, you gotta be proof. All I know is loyalty for my team is what I stand on. It's simple. I turn the corner when got a sack and put my man on. Like magic, everything gon' turn to gold. I put my hands on. Just bought another lot next to my crib for me to expand on. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
It's that groundbreaking when I put.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New York Giants. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here we go, hey.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. There's some space here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their...
That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to have another 1st first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That is caught. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Davis Allen. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level.
That's a good read of the situation by a quarterback. It's a sprint out to the flat, so after he fakes the handoff, he's going to give the impression this is going to be thrown to the back. Instead, he goes to the next level, and it pays off with a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
In motion left, Shepard. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Okay, here we go.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a give. Akers running left. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Open man here is Gentry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Throwing, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 66 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw is Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Quick throw, here's Shepard. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. They get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. Stafford now to throw. That is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Stafford. Throw here is incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now it's Stafford. Third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was a nice catch and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races and into the end zone.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Going up top for Kupp. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it with Barkley on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the option on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Go North Copper! Go North Copper!
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Shoves him aside. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. throwing on third down. Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now fourth down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
That's another New York Giants. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Gold gutter, gold gutter, gold gutter, gold gutter. Timberland.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Here we go, hey.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Make them work for it. Do it. Let's go.
Please get it together.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin the slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness. Right back to the lab. Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention. I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have a